Well, good evening everybody, it's Zero back again with another History Buff Reacts video, and today we're taking a look at Bulbasaurav again, because it's been a while since we reacted to any of his videos, and he does some good stuff. So, thought I'd do a quick react or review, depending which way you want to say it, on the most bizarre king in history. Now, I know some bizarre kings in history. It'd be interesting to see which one he picks, or which one he's going to come up with, because it might be one that I know and I might be able to give some information on, or it might be a brand new one. I simply do not know. But I hope you're sitting comfortably and ready. Here we go.
Throughout history, we've had some crazy monarchs.
Oh yes.
I mean, giving control over an entire empire to a 5-year-old incest baby who can barely write his own name after you've brutally murdered all his siblings generally isn't the best way to raise a child. So it's no surprise that a lot of kings and queens in the past had a whole bunch of problems in life. Initially, I was going to make a video about a whole bunch of kings, but as I looked into the first one, I realized that he's done more than enough stuff for his own video. So without further ado, let's talk about the Ottoman Empire, Sultan Ibrahim.
Sultan Ibrahim, okay. Okay, so this isn't one that I know of. Alright.
AKA Ibrahim the Mad. Now with a name like that, you can probably tell that he wasn't exactly considered to be the best ruler. To find out how this white boy got his reputation, we gotta start at the beginning. Ibrahim was born to Sultan Ahmed I and his wife. He was the youngest child out of 15 children, so having to wait an hour.
Hold on, 15 children? That's a busy king. He must have had multiple. Wait. Didn't they have multiple wives or concubines? Was it multiple wives or concubines that they had? And maybe he's not as busy as I thought he was. They're still busy though.
Every time he went to the bathroom was probably one of the reasons he went crazy. Now you might be wondering, if he had 8 other brothers, how did he end up becoming king? Well, that's because his brothers' favorite pastime was killing each other. The first one murdered the second one, then he got murdered, the 7th one just died on his own, and when the 3rd one became king, he murdered the 4th, 5th, 6th and 8th ones. And Ibrahim was next. Nothing like the fear of being killed by your own brother to spice up your childhood. Fortunately, Ibrahim wasn't killed and was instead locked away in a kafes, which is basically a room in the palace. He was given all the food, water and entertainment he needed, but he couldn't leave his room. So he's basically doing what I'm doing, except he can cover up his crippling loneliness with lots of money. This went on for 17 years until the 3rd brother died. So now we have a 25-year-old guy who hasn't had social interaction for the last 17 years, who lived his whole life scared that he was going to be killed, and who's witnessed 5 of his brothers murdered right in front of him. You know what? Let's put him in charge of an entire country. What could possibly go wrong? As a king...
Yeah, okay, so we've been locked away for 17 years. No interaction. His mother was constantly trying to kill him. And now he's become king of the Ottoman Empire. Oh, I've heard some interesting stories about people becoming king before, but this one's going to be interesting.
King Ibrahim didn't do a lot of ruling, and his mother had to do everything for him. Since he's never come in contact with a female for his entire life, he basically turned into the 1600s version of an incel. And when he was finally free, he was obsessed with sex. He had around 280 concubines, which is just a fancy way of saying random women that he kidnapped. According to some sources, one of his favorite activities was to line them all up, strip them naked, and run around them neighing like a horse. Speaking of...
But hold on, what? Sorry, I missed that bit. Hang on.
Random women that he kidnapped. According to some sources, one of his favorite activities was to line them all up, strip them naked, and run around them neighing like a horse.
What? Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to that one Salmonella video I did. What was it called? Oh, I can't remember what the video was called. Oh, that's going to bug me. Oh. Fuck me. Okay. So he's running around naked women neighing like a horse. As you do. God, people are mental.
Speaking of animals, he wanted to fuck them too, because apparently 300 human women just weren't enough. One day, he saw a cow and was so turned on by its beef curtains that he had a model of the cow made in gold so he could find a woman with similar features. When he found a woman like that, he made her his favorite concubine and gave her loads of money. He nicknamed this woman Sugar Cube, but he probably should have just named her Sugar Sphere. Get it, guys?
'Cause she's fat. I'm so funny.
As for the cow that Ibrahim saw,
Oh my god, what the fuck is going on in this video? Oh god. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, I'm getting serious flashbacks at some of the video. Right, okay. So, solid gold. Model of a cow that he wanted to check. Found a woman that looked like that. And... okay, right. Well, Ibrahim the Mad definitely got the correct title for his... for his rule of the Ottoman Empire. Beautiful. Beautiful.
well, we can only imagine what happened to it. He also didn't care that much about the country he was supposed to run, and instead split the entire wealth of Egypt between his two favorite concubines. So the hundreds of starving families in his empire can die happily, knowing that at least their king was getting some good pussy. In fact, Ibrahim wasn't exactly the most responsible when it came to money. I mean, the guy lived his whole life inside a giant palace and had everything you could ever dream of given to him. So, I guess they should have seen this one coming. He loved to buy really expensive perfumes and covered himself and his rooms with it. He was also obsessed with fur.
Okay.
He had fur pillows, fur clothes, fur bed sheets, fur curtains, and so much more. During his wedding, he bought a palace, covered the whole thing in fur, and just gave it away to his new wife as a wedding gift. These things were very...
Hold on. Right, so he buys an entire palace to give to his wife as a wedding present. How much money does this guy have? This is... Like, the Ottoman Empire was definitely, like, rich at the time, but my god. Why cover it in fur? That's an interesting one. It's a nice, shiny, brand new palace with its golden arches and its lovely interiors, but everything's covered in fur. I hope you're not allergic to animal furs. Because then we're going to have a problem. But then wait, what was the thing you said before about splitting the country's wealth between his two favourite concubines? I mean, those concubines would have been set for life, but... Jesus Christ, this is escalating. I didn't imagine it would escalate much more, but it is.
expensive, and Ibrahim was running out of money. So what do you think he did?
Yeah.
He could have stopped buying things, or bought less expensive stuff, but those would be things a sensible king would do. And Ibrahim the Mad didn't get his name for no reason, so he decided to increase taxes for everyone in his empire. Now, as we all know, increasing tax in the past is something that people always enjoy, so I'm sure this won't cause any problems in the future. Coincidentally, Ibrahim the Mad was one angry guy. When his first son, Prince Mehmed, was born, he was very weak and sick, and Ibrahim didn't really want him. The nurse's son, however, was completely fine and healthy, so Ibrahim started spending all his time with the nurse's baby instead of his own. This obviously made Ibrahim's wife a bit angry.
What? Hold on.
The nurse's son, however, was completely fine and healthy, so Ibrahim started spending all his time with the nurse's baby instead of his own.
No. Imagine doing that nowadays. There's somebody walking down the street and they've just got, like, I don't know, a nice healthy baby or whatever. You're just like, it's my baby now. Give my baby. No, you don't. Oh my god. Right, okay. Although, to be fair, at the same time, he is king, so I don't think she could have refused.
This obviously made Ibrahim's wife a bit angry, so she decided to confront him. Ibrahim, stop ignoring your baby. Yeah, but look at him. I don't want to touch that. You have to do it. He's 2 minutes from dying, yeah. He's gonna be the next king. He needs your help. Listen, my dad died when I was 2, and I turned out to be a great king. Relax, he'll be fine. I don't care. He's still your baby. You can't just leave him for some random person's child. Apparently, the thought of being a good father made Ibrahim furious, so he decided to slam dunk the baby into a nearby fountain. Luckily, a servant found the baby and saved it before it drowned. Now it makes sense why he gave his wife a whole palace when they got married. I mean, if I had to deal with shit like this, I sure as hell wouldn't be doing it for free. Ibrahim's rule lasted for around 8 years, and they were probably the worst 8 years of the Ottoman Empire. Now, when Ibrahim first became king, his mom supported everything he did. But after all these years of cow fucking and baby tossing, even she was starting to reconsider her choices. So in 1647, she and a bunch of other people plotted to kill the king and replace him with one of his sons.
Oh my
Unfortunately, Ibrahim found out about this and executed everyone in the group except his mother, who he just banished from the empire. But wait, remember those people from before? The people who were being forced to pay higher taxes? Well, apparently they weren't very happy that their hard-earned money was being stolen from them to build the king's fifth palace, and so they revolted. Their plan was actually successful though. They managed to get Ibrahim off the throne and back into the cafes where he spent his childhood. This time, however, they didn't make the mistake of keeping him alive. And so, on the 18th of August 1648, Ibrahim the Mad was strangled to death. You might feel bad that his son was only 13 when Ibrahim died, but it was probably for the best. And that, kids, is what happens when you have too much money and don't go outside. Since you've made it this far, here's a bonus fact for you. You remember those 300 concubines Ibrahim had? Well, according to some sources, one day he got really angry at them and decided to drown all of them in a nearby river, which makes it the first, last and only time that he's managed to make a woman wet. If you like the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications for this channel. Also like the video, leave a comment, and check out some other videos in the description. I'll see you guys later. I got
I was not expecting that bit. Fucking video's over. And that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy it, please press those like and subscribe buttons, and also hit that bell so you know when I upload. And also make sure you go to the original creator of this video, because he does some amazing stuff, as you just saw. He does amazing videos and they're absolutely hilarious. He's got such a good sense of humour on him. He's brilliant. And his actual animation and annotations are really good. But if you enjoyed that and you want to see a little bit more, check out over here. You will see the most recent video apart from this one at the top of the screen over here. And down below that you will see my own original video series, the Weird and Stupid History videos. Take a look at them, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.